and companies becoming more AI driven, these same complex systems and models can actually be manipulated and ultimately used against the company from a cybersecurity standpoint. Hi guys, Rasul here with Data Talent Advisors with another weekly video covering adversarial data scientists. Who this person is, what do they do, or what's the purpose of having adversarial data scientists at your company. These job descriptions or job posts are popping up slowly. It's not a lot of companies looking for them just yet, but it's coming right around the bend, as they say, that you'll start to see these folks. And one of the reasons why companies are going to be looking for these type people is with the machine learning models showing return on investment for many companies and companies becoming more AI driven. These same complex systems and models can actually be manipulated and ultimately used against the company from a cybersecurity standpoint. That's really kind of high level reason behind it. Now, when these attacks are happening, there are really three different types of attacks. One is a poison attack where literally you're poisoning the pot, if you will. In this case, it's actual models, the data that those are training on, which is causing the algorithm to underperform or give you erroneous outcomes. There's also evasion attacks where the attacks are happening, manipulating the data as it's being deployed. And then there's model extraction, which is another type of attack. Invading algorithm is replicating somewhere else. Just at a high level, these are some of the ways that the attacks can happen. There are some subsets of some of these attacks, and that's why this is kind of more of an R&D type role. It's good to understand that it's R&D because this person you could find necessarily not in industry, but they could be in academia per se. Really that kind of individual or that kind of a job. This person, most companies also want them to have some familiarity with security frameworks such as NIST or ISO or CIS. Having some familiarity with those security frameworks also helps, but at a high level, this is a very specialized machine learning focused data scientist as a general high level description. The reason that in these different posts that I'm putting up weekly, I'm going over some of the high level, maybe technical details behind some of these different jobs is for this particular type of data scientist, you're not going to find a ton of them because it's not a new area, but it's a new area in industry, let's say. For that reason, we're going to run into scenarios where you're going to find people that have this title at some companies, but there will be others that will have many of the different components of what you're looking for, the familiarity with the different security frameworks. They may have worked with some different machine learning modeling things, not necessarily worked in cybersecurity per se. That could be a potential candidate that has data science chops that could possibly get into a role like this. But academia is a place as well that you could go into, some people that are actually doing a lot of research around this kind of stuff. So that's why I really go over some of the technical details on some of these jobs because they are somewhat technically difficult to digest. I'm just trying to give you basics that you should look for as a way that you'll be able to identify individuals that you can move into some of these different roles. Because in this world of data science, big data, AI, whatever you want to call it, the thing is that really the book is being written semester before you take the class, if you will. This particular scenario, if you're just going out on LinkedIn or wherever looking for adversarial data scientists with that particular title, you're not going to have a lot of results. Looking at these basic building blocks for an adversarial data scientist will help you be successful in your different searches. Now, there will be some scenarios where some companies will also want people to have domain expertise. For this type of data scientist, this will be definitely kind of a luxury. I don't know if it necessarily is going to be advantageous per se. But in today's video, that's really what I wanted to kind of cover, the different types of attacks that I mentioned. That again, working in a talent acquisition capacity, it's good to know those things. By knowing some of the different types of attacks, getting into the subsets, using some of those keywords to locate these individuals. Because like I said, again, they may not have that title, but they'll have many of the building blocks. At a high level, I've tried to cover adversarial data scientists without getting too techy about it. And I hope you found this post this week helpful. Be sure to hit the notifications button if you like this video, because we do release videos every week. Be sure to follow me or follow us at Data Talent Advisors. Like and reshare this video with your colleagues, because this will be something that will come up a lot. And I hope that I've summarized this job to where it'll be helpful for some of you that are starting some of these searches. But again, if you have any questions or anything, or want to find out more, come to www.datatalentadvisors.com. And for this week's episode, I thank you for your time, and I'm over and out of here. Bye-bye.